Hey, Max, in your 6 innings that you pitched tonight, how were you able to be so efficient on the mound?
Just had the sequence, just a lot of mixing up the, all my pitches, getting them in there. Just working with Barnesy and just trying to find a sequence I could get through them. I was familiar with their hitters and what they can do. That's where you just go back on, your history with them and just try to execute pitches and just stay within the game.
And your pitch count was pretty low tonight, only 76 pitches. At any point, did you want to stay in there, or kind of what allowed you, again, with that, just limiting the pitch count, really keeping things flowing?
No, I came out because I had a tight hammy. That's the reason. Tighten up in warm-ups before the first warm-ups in the game. That going after the first inning, I felt my hammy tighten up a little bit. It wasn't, I didn't injure it. I just knew it was tight. And from there, just had to, pitch almost kind of throttled down. I couldn't fully get into my back leg. I've had this happen in the past. There's times where this happens and you just got to work around it. And you might not be able to step on every fastball in the same way, but you can still pitch. And when I've been in those situations before, you just stick with your game plan and just try to execute around that.
And what have the next few days then look like you with a bit of a tight hamstring in the past? Has it been something that's gone away pretty quickly?
Yeah, this is just something that it just pops up. Something you got to deal with, and I've had this in the past, and you just get the treatment on it, and just kind of listen to the trainers, do what they want you to do with it, and then in the past I've always been able to make my next start, and then that's where I think I will definitely be able to make my next start going back out there.
Thank you, Max.
Next question's from Fabian Ardaya. Go ahead.
Hey, Max. It's just as far as the success you've managed to have in the last 6 outings as a Dodger, I mean, how much do you feel like this transition has sort of helped that, and what has made that transition so easy for you?
One of the clubhouse is, it's a great group of guys. That's why this transition for me has been seamless, so to say. And, just being able to come in here and just blend in with the guys, and for me, just go out there and pitch and, working with Will and both Barnesy here, just understand, hey, this is how we look at these hitters. This is how I'd like to attack guys. This is how I like to sequence, and just get on the same page about that. These guys are pros. They know what they're doing. I just have a little different game to it. And so you just go out there and pitch your game. And then, you just work with the catchers and just kind of constantly, accounting for what you think the opponent's going to do to you, and you sequence around that. So it's been great to throw these guys. They're really good. They're really great low pitch framers. And so it makes it great throwing to them.
I know it's only September 1st, but how much confidence does it sort of give you guys that you guys are potentially in first place at the end of tonight going into that series against San Francisco?
Yeah, we know going into the Giants series, this is going to be a big series. We're all looking forward to it. Obviously they're a great team. You want to go out there and give them, play your best against them. These are the moments that you live for, is to have these type of opportunities to go out there and compete against the best. So it should make for a great series.
Thanks, Max.
Next question is from JP Hornstra. Go ahead.
Max, how do you navigate that hammy in game? Were you ever close to coming out of this game sooner?
I wouldn't say any sooner. Once I finished the 6th inning, I could feel that that was my limit. And, I could just feel that there was now, because I can't fully get into my, into that back leg, you're going to put more stress on your arm when you do that. And so even though it was 75 pitches, I played more closer to probably 90 pitches. And so given where my hammy was at, given where my arm was at, that was the appropriate time to come out of the game.
And does that at all affect your pitch selection? Do some pitches maybe work a little bit better for you on nights when the hammy's acting up?
It just kind of changes your sequence a little bit. I can't rear back and really go after it and go get, my best fastball tonight. And because of that, then you sequence a little bit different. Because of that, and you just pitch. I mean, you could, for me, I could still, get, someone into my leg and then just find a rhythm of where that's at. And then once you find that rhythm, then it just comes back to pitch execution. So, I have enough feel with all my pitches of how to execute each pitch. It's just finding the, arm slot, rhythm, everything in order to execute. And so I was able to find that early. And just, stick with Bardsey back there and work with sequences and just go out there and pitch and compete. I mean, when you're in these moments, half the time it's about how hard you just go out there and compete and not worry about your hamstring.
And last one for me, there are a lot of pitchers in this league who would love to be able to pitch the way you pitched tonight, fully healthy. Are you even more proud, I guess, of, 6 shutout innings, no walks, 9 punches when you can't get into your fastball all the way?
I mean, the results, I don't get really caught up in results. I worry about the process. I mean, it's great that you have, I was able to get, zeros up there tonight, but it easily could have been, some runs, scratch across as well. So that's why I don't really get caught up in necessarily the results. For me, even where I was at, I've been in the situation before. There's been plenty of times where I haven't been 100%, where you can still take the ball and you can still go out there and compete, and you throw strikes and you work ahead in the count and you sequence. You know what you're capable of, and you go out there and find a way to win. That's half the battle.
Thank you.
Next one's from Mike DiGiovanna. Go ahead.
Hey, Max, assuming you told Dave, before the game that your hammy was a little tight, did you have to talk your way into pitching it tonight?
Talk to what?
Did you have to talk your way into starting tonight with Dave?
No, like I said, it was the initial warm-ups where I first felt it tighten up a little bit. Was able to pitch through the first. I was hoping that it was going to loosen up by pitching on it. It just stayed kind of tight throughout the whole game. I was able to communicate, there with Mark, really, just kind of where I'm at. I've been in this situation before, where you got an ailment that's kind of, going to keep you from being, really 100%, where you can actually go dig through innings. And, when you're in these situations, I told Mark that, look, if this thing, gets worse, obviously I'll raise my hand and come out of the game. But I also believe that, I can go out there and still pitch, and I can go out there and still compete. I didn't feel like I had lost that ability yet. And so, that's where, I told him I can still go. And when the time comes, I'll come out of the game. And for me, after the 6th inning, I thought that was the appropriate time to come out of the game.
Thanks, Max.
Last one's from Michael Duarte. Go ahead.
Yeah, Max, you said this has happened to you in the past. In those times when you do make your next start, does it flare up on you again, or is it better by then?
Yeah, usually it's better by next time out. You get with the trainers, you do all the treatment, you do all the work for it, and they usually get, your body, healthy again. And so, these things happen. Fortunate enough, I was able to work around it tonight and, just do the treatment over the next, handful of days and get back out there, when it's my turn to pitch again. So, hopefully everything goes well. I fully anticipate everything to go well. It's just one of those things that happened, but I was able to keep this from being worse, where, the hamstring actually goes on you. So it was a small tweak, and hopefully we can just keep it at that.